Hi, I'm Brandy Crosby. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is energy, as we can see here. We're going to be learning about some ways that we think about things that can have an impact on our energy. To follow additional videos in the future, hit that notification bell and hit subscribe. Love to have you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So energy is a really big thing. When I graduated from high school, I was practicing my instrument 4 to 6 hours a day and then working full time. But then something happened with the energy. There was some competition that happened, a lot of competition. All of a sudden, it was no longer just about me enjoying this craft. It was like, oh no, now I have to beat other people and it's life or death. Okay, and in that descent of the next several years, I really got to learn a lot. I learned how to work harder and not smarter, right? Which is not a very fun thing to learn. But one of the things that I've learned in that process is that's not how to do it. There are some other ways that we can think about other people that really help us be high performance. So in this video, we're gonna show 3 things not to do and 3 things to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So when it comes to energy, one of the things not to do is be negative about ourselves. So we have to be very careful about the language that we use in our head. Anytime you hear yourself saying anything negative, blame, shame, guilt, any of those things, like those are weeds. Like if something happens, it's an opportunity to do something different next time, okay? So that's the first thing. Your relationship with yourself cannot be negative. In fact, you need to have a good relationship with yourself, okay? And this means maybe waking up and saying, hey, beautiful, in the mirror, right? I actually grew up with a friend who used to do that. We used to laugh at her, but now she is really quite successful. And so that really taught me, hey, how we think about ourselves and how we train ourselves to think about ourselves is really, really, really important. So please pay attention to those things that come up and how you talk to yourself about you. Okay, let's go to the next thing not to do. Now, in this world, we like to put people and things into buckets and categories. You remember in kindergarten, like, what's your favorite color? What do you want to do when you grow up? And then all of a sudden, you had to start putting things into these categories or buckets. Well, one of the very first things that we do, even in grade school, is learn that there's a difference between I, so me, and the other person. Okay, so when it comes to energy, sometimes we can look at the other person as the enemy, as the problem. They're doing this to me. They're making this world a horrible place. They. And I don't know if you can just even hear it in my voice, but that causes stress, that causes panic, and it really doesn't serve the world to be thinking about other people as they. So instead, what we want to do is we want to have a positive thought of they. Hey, they are going through their own struggles. They are going through their own journey. If somebody looks at you funny, it doesn't mean they're mad at you. They might have things going on in their head, okay? So just as you have compassion with yourself, hey, they're dealing with the same battle. So it's not a me versus them. It's, hey, I'm gonna make sure that I'm being positive about how I think about me, and I'm gonna be thinking positive about that other person. That's really important when it comes to energy. So especially say as a parent, right? Your child has one of those days and all of a sudden it's like, they're crazy, really? Right? You know, but you love your child. You know that your child's heart, okay? And if you take a moment to get grounded and breathe, this is a practice a lot of parents practice and learn as they go about their years, especially if they have help of a coach or somebody like I have. But get grounded and then, hey, they are dealing with a whole bunch of emotions. Hey, they don't have that part of their brain developed yet. That is the self-control piece. That actually completed development in the mid-20s. So have compassion for the other person. Okay, they're going through things. All right, let's take a look at the last one here. Okay, we. Okay, not only do we need to think about inside, we not only need to think about they, is that over there, but there is a collective that happens, okay? And it's not like, oh no, everything we're doing is horrible. Because once you create that kind of energy, where is the solutioning, right? So maybe you're at work and you're like, oh man, our team's not getting any accolades, we're not getting any recognition, we're not ever featured on a main meeting. Should we be scared that something's gonna happen to our team? That's not a good energy at all, okay? I do believe in the law of attraction in the Bible, it says, ask and it shall be given, seek and ye shall find. So what it is that we are kind of looking for is what we find. Now the law of attraction is a little bit different than the biblical version, where the law of attraction is if I'm having a really bad day and then something comes and happens to me, well, I caused it. Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe that things just happen in life, okay? But what the Bible says is seek. Just continue to seek good and continue to ask. Continue and pursue it relentlessly. And God will open doors. So when we look at other people and ourselves in this kind of collective we, hey, you know, let's think about how we can be an us. Okay, we are on the same team. Us, we are on the same team. Okay, so taking the example of at work, like, you know what, we're not getting any recognition. It's like, what can we do to make an impact where we are? Because I believe that our team is amazing. Right? Same thing if you are, say, a parent or a community member. Hey, I see some things that I don't exactly like, so how can we work together? How can we all be an us in a community or a family to make a positive impact? Okay? And it's a very different energy to think about things. So when we wake up in the morning, I am safe, I am okay, I am here for a reason, I have purpose. They are here for a reason. They are going through things, okay? And us, the greater us, can do really amazing things. We can work together, okay? So when it comes to energy, make sure we kind of dissolve these buckets, okay? The buckets of us versus them, me versus the world, right? All of these things, because that's not compassion. That's not helpful. That's not joy. When it's a us, and a we, and an I love me. The Bible says, do unto others as you would have do unto them. Hey, guess what? That starts with how you would, how do you talk to yourself? Be kind to yourself. That's where it starts. And the more that you can be kind to yourself, which is a daily practice, you'll get better at being kind to others, okay? Now, some people may be kinder to others than themselves. And like I think about sometimes, especially when I was a mom of a very young child, I forgot to take care of me quite a bit. And I'm still learning, like, oh, I need to breathe. I need to put my oxygen mask on so I can take care of me and then be the best that I can be for my child, right? So it's about we, it's about I, and taking care of all of those things, okay? And that has a big impact on our energy. I hope you got some joy out of this today and some insights. Please let me know in the comments below what other kind of videos you'd love to see. I'd love to bring more things to you. Have a good day. Bye.